Hi guys, and welcome back to the Starting Monday podcast with myself, Matthew Percival, and the amazing Barry Stephen. We are back with a new episode.
Hello guys.
It's been nice and quick. We're going to put the claps on for everyone listening in their cars right now. Woo!
Love a bit of clap.
That's a great start.
It's going to be a good one.
So how are you, Barry? How are you doing?
I'm good.
He's
chilling.
looking very relaxed right now. He's looking very, very relaxed.
I'm vibing.
He's vibing. He said, Matthew, I'm sitting back for this one. You're in charge. That's what he said to me.
Yep, I'm taking some time out.
I've got the DJ thing here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very good at it, aren't I?
Well, you asked me a question in the last episode, what annoys me, and I forgot about something.
Can I do it? No, I shouldn't do it because people are sitting in their cars or got their headphones on. I'm going to do it.
Because you just did it.
Yeah.
People that eat with their mouth open.
Guys, I wasn't eating. I was doing that. I was doing that beside the mic. I was going, and he went, oh my God, that's so annoying.
That is bad.
Yeah. I've got some new questions for you, Barry.
Okay.
You ready?
I've got some questions for you. I don't know if they're actually any good, but let's see how it goes.
I was actually there this evening.
We should go you go, I go.
You know, I said I was getting food. I didn't tell you I was getting food, actually. No, that's a lie.
We'll do you go, I go.
On my way here, I was getting food and I went to McDonald's.
You went to McDonald's today?
Yeah, I had to rush here, didn't I?
Bloody hell, man.
Don't worry, the macros fit. Barry.
Why didn't you get me something?
Because you were half an hour late anyway.
Okay.
Barry, what's your McDonald's order? Tell me.
What's my McDonald's order? Well,
what's your go-to?
First of all, if I'm going to McDonald's and I'm going on the drive-through, I take Emma's car because I don't want to go through it with my van with my PT logos on the side.
You know what? That's fair. That is 100% fair. I don't hold anything against you for doing that. I would do the exact same.
Which is terrible, really. It's just what sort of message, is that sending out to people?
You got to go all the way home to change your car just to get a McDonald's.
What's my McDonald's order?
Yeah, I think like a Big Mac.
I prefer other things to McDonald's, but I'll give you my McDonald's order.
Yeah, go on.
Large Big Mac meal.
I knew it was I told you I knew it was a Big Mac.
I'm not finished. And 14 cheeseburgers.
You're not eating 14 cheeseburgers.
No, but
do you like go past someone's house you hate and just fucking just lob them at their house?
I'm not going to lob the cheeseburgers and eat them.
Takes the top of the bun off, so it's cheese and meat. And
large Big Mac meal and 2 cheeseburgers.
Not double cheeseburgers.
Those cheeseburgers are like 1 biters. They're like 2 biters at max.
Size of your mouth if you're
cheeseburgers are so small.
They're the same size as a double cheeseburger. It's 1 less patty in them. That's crazy.
I went to McDonald's once.
One bite
after a night out.
Yeah.
24-hour McDonald's. And ordered 10 cheeseburgers. And I think it took me about 5 minutes to eat them all.
Did you eat them all?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like a Man v Food challenge. 10
I think so.
Cheeseburgers.
Bad, is it?
Are you all right? You must be starving. Absolutely starving. Go on, what's your question for me?
I'm only getting one question.
No, we're doing back and forth, aren't we?
Oh, okay. Red or brown sauce?
That was good, wasn't it? Wasn't even a joke.
Red as in tomato ketchup.
Yeah, we had this discussion
or brown
before
sauce.
going on this. Tomato ketchup, red sauce.
Do you like brown sauce?
I've actually grown accustomed to it in later life.
So
like if brown sauce was on a bacon butty, I would enjoy it. Yeah, weirdly. But when I was a kid, I hated it. It's like vinegary, isn't it? It's got a bit of which is quite nice.
I'd be red sauce all the way, 100%. And the only thing I would use brown sauce for would be shut up. On like stovies, or like, have you ever had corned beef hash?
See, this is where I differentiate from a lot of Scottish people. I didn't grow up on stovies. Didn't really have stovies.
Like you've had stovies now, though, right?
Yeah, there's a little van near the gym that I work at, and he did stovies for a while. So I used to go get stovies.
You were getting stovies every day.
I got it like twice. It's not bad. I wouldn't love it.
But you're right. I now have brown sauce on my bacon rolls.
Yeah, it's better. Red. It's nice, isn't it?
It's so good.
Stop calling it red sauce. It's tomato ketchup. It's tomato ketchup. Tommy C.
Tommy K.
Tommy C. Tommy K.
Tommy K.
Oh God, it is K.
Goodness
it's been a
sake.
long day. Red sauce for everything, but I'd put it on everything.
What's your question, Matthew?
I want to know where you get your clothes from.
Why do you like them?
To be fair, you are quite a trendy guy, especially for a dad.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you're not. Yeah. Remember what was it you wore? Remember last time we met up, you wore something. I told you, I was like, you look good. I told you like 3 times.
I was in a pair of shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah, but you look swaggy. You look cool. You look hip and trendy. You know. No, I'm interested, especially.
Mate, my confidence levels have increased tenfold right now.
I'm an honest guy.
Thanks
Credit
very
where
much.
credit's due.
I'm not really vibing your North Face fleece, but never mind.
That's rude. That's really rude. You know what I've got on underneath this? Is an original Gymshark t-shirt that I bought for when they literally just started. So it's like
And probably
10 years
like
old.
most people, I buy online, but I do shop a lot in Attic, which is on Union Street.
He's
in
looking
Aberdeen.
for a sponsor, 10% discount when you use Barry Stephen at checkout.
I've shopped there for a good while. The guys there are really, really cool.
Yeah, they've got
it's a
one
really
in. I'm
nice
pretty
shop.
sure they've got one in Inverurie as well, don't they? Attic. I'm pretty sure they do. But I was saying because like I find it really hard to shop these days for like clothes that fit or fit well. Why are you laughing? I've got the races this weekend coming up for my mate's stag do. I'm the best man.
You've
by the
got
way.
the races.
I've got the York races. I'm going to York to do.
Could have been a little bit more specific of where you were actually going.
It's about the clothes, Barry. We're talking about the clothes.
I've been to York races, by the way.
Didn't ask, so I don't know why you've told me that.
And you won't get in unless you've got a jacket and a shirt. A tie on.
Depends what stand you're in. I'm guessing you went to the county stand, Barry.
Because we turned up with just like going out clothes on, and we had to go into this tent and basically hire a jacket and a tie.
But were you in the county stand?
I don't know.
There's the county stand, and then there's the grandstand and paddock, which we're in, which is a bit lower key. So that's where we're in. Anyway, back to the point. I've got to buy trousers to go. I can't get any that bloody fit. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. And I hate shopping.
What are you going to do?
Well, I've got a pair that fit, Barry. What are you trying to imply? You trying to tell me I should lose some weight?
No.
You're a terrible friend. Terrible friend. I dislike you a lot right now.
Is it me to you?
Go on. Good 10% discount at Attic. Barry
What?
Stephen, check out.
What is in your fridge right now, if you can remember?
400 protein yogurts. I've got a lot of protein.
You're not lying as well, are you?
Genuinely, I've got so many protein yogurts. If I had to estimate, I'd probably have 10 in there right now. And I've got...
So do you live on your own, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to share the fridge with anyone. So it's all your own stuff in there.
Things I'm loving right now. I have protein yogurts. They're a go-to. So when I get home, if I'm protein is low, I have like a protein yogurt or two.
Are these the ones? What ones what you eating?
I diversify, Barry.
Do you have
Graham's, Arla, also looking for a sponsorship on them guys. I'd love it because I buy a lot of them. Loads of protein yogurts.
What about the protein like mousse things that you get out of? Is it Aldi or Lidl?
They're all hype, Barry. They're all
shut
hype.
up.
They're not that good. Do you like them?
What?
The vanilla pudding one I had once was really good.
So you do like them then?
Yeah, but like then I wouldn't go on my way to get them. I'm not going to Aldi to get them, am I?
You're also sitting quite far away from your mic. Just saying.
No, I'm picking up perfectly, Barry. I can see that I'm
Okay.
the DJ.
Okay,
So
okay.
you just mind your own business and let me talk about my fridge.
So you've just got yogurts. You don't have anything
go on.
else. Do you have milk, butter.
I've got milk, all that sort of stuff. But mainly protein yogurts is what it mainly consists of. And then I've also, you know,
Any beers?
Yep, got beer. You know, Twisters. They're in my freezer, to be fair.
can't
It's a
put them in
fridge
the fridge,
freezer.
surely.
It's a fridge freezer. But Twisters right now are my lovely. Like they're like 80 calories and they're just fantastic. World class.
They are a really good little treat to have if you're
They're
wanting
so
something
good.
that's low calorie,
They
right?
do different flavors now as well, which are like they do like a sour one and all that. So good. So good. By the way, it's my question time.
Okay.
When was the last time you failed a lift? Oh, sorry, I should be specific. Weightlifting.
It doesn't happen that often, but probably because I don't lift to absolute failure that often. But deadlift, we did a little powerlifting meet at the gym, and would it have been February? I can't remember when it was, and I couldn't lift one of the deadlifts. I think it was 200.
That's fair though. When was the last time you
220?
failed a squat? You failed a squat?
Last time I failed a squat, I remember failing a squat badly 2 times. Once I was on my own and it was quite sore actually. I want to say it was about 180, 190. It was years and years ago.
Yeah.
And the belt got stuck underneath my rib cage as well.
Yeah.
And I had bruised ribs for quite a while. And then a second time I had a spotter, Michael from the gym, did a terrible job of spotting me. But to be fair, I did a terrible job of
name and shame.
Terrible job
He's
of
name
lifting the
dropping
weight.
attic and great guys. By the way, this Michael guy, terrible spotter, awful.
Damn. To be fair to Michael, it wasn't his fault. It was more my fault. I think it was my first attempt at a 200, and yeah, didn't go well.
Have you got 200 before?
No, that was my attempt.
I wish it was.
And it didn't go well.
I used to fail quite a lot, to be fair, in squats. I used to really push myself, and these days I just don't care. I haven't bailed out of squat in a long time.
I remember seeing people fail on a regular basis when I was working in a commercial gym instructor. Like seeing the same people fail in a bench press over and over and over again.
Bench press is common though, isn't it?
And I'm like,
I feel like a bench press and a deadlift fail are common. I don't think I've seen anyone fail a squat in a long time.
Good.
In a long,
it's not
long
a good one to fail. Last question for you, Matthew.
Yeah, go on.
Do you sleep on your front?
Sorry.
Do you sleep on your front, on your side, or on your back? Or, I don't know.
I sleep.
How do you sleep?
Hanging from the ceiling by my feet.
My son Callum, he's only 8.
What does he do?
He came through to the room yesterday or the day before, and he was like, "Daddy, I woke up and my feet were on the pillow and my head was at the bottom." And I was like,
I remember doing that as a kid.
That's brilliant. It's like it's so good when that happens.
Man's
I think
pivot.
That's happened to me as an adult.
When?
I don't know how, but just
Emma must have had the worst night's sleep, is getting like punched and kicked as you rotate.
So anyway, did you answer the question? Sorry.
No, I haven't answered this question. On my back.
Oh my
and you do
God.
like, you snore. I do. Yeah.
Is that you?
And then you got to sleep on your side. So I'd sleep on my back, and I'm comfortable on my back. I don't get people to sleep on their front. I face in the pillow. Like, what are you doing with yourself?
Do you ever hug the pillow?
I don't want to get into that. I'm a single guy, Barry. What do you think? Occasionally, you just want something to,
See if you.
I hug a pillow.
I read that if you're hugging the pillow, it's a sign that you're missing someone.
Yeah, because you're in bed by yourself, Barry. Obviously.
Yeah, but
you
don't have to hug the pillow.
Has anyone ever hugged a pillow when they're in bed with someone else because they're missing someone else? No. They only hug a pillow because they're missing just like a bit of company, But it's nice to. Anyway, that's tragic. Let's get into my last question, which Barry said, don't ask me that. But I've asked so many people this over the years that it's just like a staple question of mine that I actually quite enjoy.
Oh, here we go.
And it's so stupid. It is. Who would win in a fight? A silverback gorilla or a Kodiak brown bear? You have to pick one.
And go for the bear.
And in your mind, why the bear?
Because I'm imaging both those animals in my head. What I think they look like.
Yeah.
And the bear is like considerably bigger, I think. He's because I think there's
like
only one.
300
I think a
pounds
polar bear's bigger, right?
Oh my God. Guys, I asked him this question beforehand and I literally told him a couple of bear facts. And he was like, you know a lot about bears. And he's remembered. Polar bear is the largest bear, yeah. It is bigger.
So is there an answer to this question? Or
I reckon if the odds were in your favor, Kodiak brown bear's winning that fight. It's got like claws that are razors and all that sort of stuff. But it's interesting. It's one of these questions I love asking people because you get to see their viewpoint. And then like a lot of people do go for the gorilla, but you're like, if you look at the weights of them and all that, you're like,
can I ask you a question because you're really clued up on bears and stuff?
Yeah, go on.
If you were to meet a bear, like any bear, but this Kodiak. No, but let me ask it.
Depends on the bear.
Stop butting in. This Kodiak bear, right?
Yeah, go on.
Brown bear. He sees you, you see him in the forest.
Yeah.
Maybe about 50 to 100 feet away. What do I do? What should I do?
I haven't researched this a lot, but I'm pretty sure it depends on the bear is what you do. Some bears you'll run, some bears you'll stay where you are. It depends.
This is not helpful.
But what would I do in that situation? A Kodiak brown bear
very
stands
similar
up.
To
all right.
If there's a fire and I've forgotten
I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Which extinguisher to use.
Yeah,
And it's a
fast, by the way.
50-50.
Yeah.
Is it this one or is it this one?
Yeah. I think what I would do is I would stand there, take my phone out, phone my mom, and just be like, yeah, sorry, this is it. I hope you have a good life. That would be it. I reckon you're gone either way. Did you see The Revenant? Leonardo DiCaprio. He gets the bear attack. Crazy scene.
No.
You've not seen that. You should watch it. He gets attacked by a bear. It's brilliant. So you'll see what would probably happen to you. It's fantastic. And we're getting to our topic now.
Into our topic, mate.
We're going to chat about like gyms, like what makes a good gym, or what you should. Well, what do you look for in a gym? You know, there's a lot of reasons why you might go somewhere.
So we want to speak about, you know, what the key things that people would look for in a gym, or
There's one which is the biggest one, isn't it, by far?
what?
Community.
But you might not know the community before you get there. You kind of have to.
Yeah, true. Actually, so we're talking about somebody who.
I think a lot of people is location the one of the most important things. You think?
Probably actually, if you're saying like, yeah, good example, yeah, you said like, if you're just looking at going somewhere, you'd probably look at location first, right?
Yeah, and then you're kind of like, well, if there's a gym on your doorstep or in your little village or town or whatever, you're kind of like,
you're gonna go there.
I'll just take this gym.
And I go, oh my god, that gym has such good.
But we want to talk
an
about
hour away.
We want to talk about
Drive there.
what makes a good gym. But before we do that, Matthew, let's have a little speak about some of the gyms that we've worked in
Or been to.
and maybe that might take us to the answers.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how many gyms I've been to.
Where did you start? What was your first gym?
That I worked at.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Nichols Squash and Fitness Centre, West Hill.
Well, what age were you?
Ooh, 18.
Okay. What was good about that gym at the time? Please tell me there's something.
Barry, you're putting me in a sticky situation right now. To be fair, it doesn't exist anymore. Nothing really.
So tell me what wasn't good then.
But it was back in the day when it was the only local gym. It didn't have much weights. It didn't have a barbell. There was no barbells. It was a Smith machine and dumbbells. Dumbbells up to 20 originally, and then they bought 25s, 27 and a halves, and 30s on a different rack eventually, but it used to be only 20s. They had a couple of machines. It was locally ran, but it was never amazing. No, it was very small. Now it's been bought over and it's a very bodybuilding based gym, so it's completely different. I've never been into it since, and it's run by different people. And it looks brilliant, to be fair, but it just lacked a lot. I lacked a lot. But there was no competition back then. No competition.
Well, the first gym that I worked at was a place called Healthworks in Perth. And it was actually, there's a big headquarters in Perth for General Accident. I think it changed to Norwich Union. And there was a big building there that was a gym dedicated to the workers, which then was like open to the public after that as well. So it had a decent membership, but it was a big sports hall gym. It had a sports hall, a swimming pool, tennis courts, gymnasium.
Okay. So yeah, quite big
sort of stuff. And I worked there. That's when I first started working there. I was going through my sort of basic gym instructor qualifications, but I worked on reception as a cleaner, doing all the sort of other bits and bobs.
Yeah, leisure attendant vibe.
Yeah, I wasn't in the...
Not a fitness instructor, like a leisure attendant sort of vibe. That's same as me. Same as me.
And actually my first proper job when I left university was as a cleaner. My mate was the general manager. I asked him for a job. He's like, you don't have any qualification to work in the gym. I've got a cleaner's opening. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, give it.
After Barry doing that.
So that's how I started out. And the thing I remember about that gym, it's my first experience really, is it had a really good community vibe.
Okay, cool, yeah.
So like really good connection between the staff and the members, the people that went there. So it had a nice atmosphere, a nice environment. People spoke to each other. It was friendly. You know, there was different elements to the gym. There was a swimming pool. There was the five-a-side courts. There was the classes, and it just had a nice feeling. It was a nice place to work as well. And I think if you're wanting a good gym, you want to go somewhere that makes you feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Where the people are nice to you, they communicate with you, they actually care about what you've been doing that day, and
You want a bit of banter as well, though.
You
don't
want a bit of banter. You don't want to be going in somewhere where it's just, no atmosphere, no vibe, no communication, no. And I don't think that gym really had like anyone driving community. It just happened. Do you know what I mean? It's just something that was there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas I try and drive a community.
Yeah, so do we at our gym.
Community vibe.
As much as we can.
At our gym. But, it just sort of occurred.
I love it. I love going in and getting banter from members, etc. I think it's fantastic. I love it when if I go in and a member like slags me off because it's banter, I have a great time. I'm like, that's a good community to me. If someone can take the piss out of me and we're having a laugh, I'm like, yeah, what better community do you want?
That's good.
That's like great. Imagine you couldn't slag someone off.
Well, it's a club, isn't it? It's a club. So like people want to go and feel like they're not just a number.
Yeah. To the people, our people from my gym who listen to this, and they'll know. I bet a lot of them listening right now will take the piss out of me.
I hope they are.
100%.
I hope they are.
100%. And I love it. I do love it. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. But community is so important. Location to initially sign up to a gym is going to be the number one, isn't it? Like you go somewhere because it's nearby or whatever.
But travel a bit further if you're going to get a better experience.
Yeah. You're not going to travel 30 minutes or an hour somewhere just for every day for a better experience.
Probably not, no. But people do come from different parts of Aberdeen to come to our gym, for example.
Yeah. Then you've got fantastic personal trainers as well, don't you?
Yeah, but they're coming for their own workouts as well. You know what I mean?
Nice. That's good.
So
it's really good. I will say we
depends what you want. Like we'll sometimes get people join us from big commercial gyms that have a lot of good facilities, much more facilities, and I'm nice cafe bar, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we don't have all that. So
you've got
a
little coffee machine.
We have an espresso coffee machine.
And a TV on the wall.
Sometimes the pods are there, sometimes they're not.
Depends if Barry's remembered.
But we try and make it a nice, friendly
I will say
for people
this
to come
year
to.
you have not done a fantasy Premier League though, and you didn't do one last time either.
I've stopped doing it because it consumes me. Do you know what I mean?
You
spend too much time on your phone.
So proud of ours this year.
And I don't want to do it.
Guess how many people we have doing ours this year?
Let me guess.
The energy one, yeah.
436.
Oh, shut up. I've got 103. 400 people.
That's good.
103 is pretty damn good. My man said 400.
It's been optimistic.
That's so optimistic. Maybe next season. But we do a lot of things like that. We did our boot camp recently for charity to like build community, etc. Our classes have great banner. The guys in that, the girls in that are fantastic. They're really good fun.
I think obviously staff's really important. You've got to have good trainers, not just knowledgeable trainers. That's really, really important. But guys that are really good communicators and nice people, down to earth people that are going to relate to the people that you're working with.
You want to come in if you do have a problem with people might have problems like membership, etc. They've got someone to go to and speak to, or like, oh, this happened or that happened, or I need to. Whatever, any membership problems or any issues in the gym, they have someone to like approach and chat to. Like, I'm not really sure how to use this machine. Can I borrow you for a second? And again, I love it when people come. I like it as well. People come to you in the gym. You might even be busy, but they're like, "Can I borrow you for a minute? Could you show me this?"
Absolutely.
And it's nice to know that people are comfortable enough with you that they'll just ask you for help. I love that. It's really good.
So where's the next gym you worked at after that?
Well, I didn't. I took like a couple of years out, and I worked. This is weird. I worked as like what's the word I'm looking for? A caretaker for schools. And then I went back to gyms after that. I did my
You were like
3.
a Johnny.
Basically in the evenings. To be fair, this is a rough story, by the way. This is a bit.
You must be the
story.
youngest janitor.
So this
in the
guy
world.
gave me a job, a fantastic guy, Dougie, really good guy.
Dougie.
Sadly, both the guys that I worked with, both lovely guys, had a lot of time for them. They did a lot for me. Both passed away, both got cancer. One got cancer, died about 4 years ago, and the other one, I think, was about 3 years ago. Real sad. Lovely guys. So I did that, and then from there, I then went in and I did my level 3, and then I got a job at David Lloyd. So I worked at, I signed up for, I got an interview at Pure Gym to get it. got a job at David Lloyd thanks to Mark Duncan, who you might know.
Yeah, I know Mark.
Shout out to Mark. Thanks for hiring me. Gave me the opportunity to get into the fitness industry, and it was a learning experience at first because you're PT. You get used to. It's a hard thing to do, isn't it, PT? And then I went David Lloyd. Yeah, I had to.
Was it quite competitive at David Lloyd's? I know there's a lot of personal trainers work there or worked there.
Can I swear?
You have to put a pound in the jar, mate. If you swear.
In the jar. I was shit at first. A low confidence, and then I sort of built up from there. David Lloyd was great. Had a good bunch of PTs. Everyone, there was a good work ethic of working hard, helping people. I met some great people along the way. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's good.
It thrived. I think when I worked there, I'm not sure now. I haven't been there for a long time, but I had a great community. People went to classes, etc. Like, for example, I ran boot camps. I did 2 boot camps a week, and eventually I started doing Blaze. And all the people who came to the boot camps came to the same boot camps for the 4 years I was there.
I get the I've only been to David Lloyd's maybe a handful of times. And I get the impression, even though it's such a big gym and such a big company, that through their sort of social media and the Blaze thing and all that, and the few people that I follow that work there, that there is a good sort of community.
Yeah, well, there was fantastic. Yeah, and then the classes, your Les Mills people, I don't think they run it anymore, but the Les Mills group was huge. There's loads of people, and they'd go to every class. You know what I mean? So it was really good actually. And then great facilities, jacuzzi, sauna, steam room,
which you used a lot, I imagine.
To be fair, I didn't use a lot, but the occasional time when you did, what a tough life. You come in the morning, you have a 6 a.m. client, a 7 a.m. client, you have breakfast.
And go and sit in the sauna and
jump into the jacuzzi for 45 minutes. You get out, you have a drink, and you start PTing again. Yeah, good times. And some of my best times. Did you work
at David? I went to David Lloyd's and took I think it was a 2-day kettlebell workshop for a company. And
no.
Teaching some of the guys that worked there.
Crazy moment of the day. One of your guys took a kettlebell course. Well, it was a day or a couple hours when I was at college.
It would have been Rory, I think.
It was Rory, yeah.
Yeah.
We had to haul those kettlebells upstairs.
Yeah.
It was good, actually. Back then, I was an idiot, though. I didn't listen. Back then, I was an idiot. I only thought...
You've came a long way, Matthew.
Thanks.
Credit to you.
I know a lot about bears.
And now I know a lot about bears.
There you go.
Which is great.
Yeah, it was actually really good. You guys used to do all your kettlebell stuff, didn't you? In the van, going about.
Yeah,
I did see you train, crazy story, did see you train at RGU one day, and I was there. I went from Dave Lloyd, I went over to RGU to train for a session, and it's when you used to do PT stuff there, way back.
Yeah.
And you were on the other rack, and you just were in your own little world. I thought, that's Barry.
We're building up to that, mate. We're building up to that.
And I was like, I should go say hi to him.
You should have came and said hello.
But you look like you were just in the zone.
Yeah, I was. Of course, I'm there to train. I'm not there to speak to
you were
random
in your joggers and your bloody hoodie still, the usual look. You know what I mean? You weren't working that hard.
Probably not.
But yeah, David Lloyd, it was a good gym to work at. Really good. I think the facilities and obviously the.
So how important are facilities then?
Depends what you want. Some people love to go to the jacuzzi after a workout if they had a long day and all that sort of stuff. As we spoke about in the other episode, the ice baths, it's therapeutic for people, to switch off.
I think you need to go to a gym that suits your goals as well. Do you know what I mean? Because there is different gyms out there that are better suited to bodybuilders, that are better suited to powerlifters, that are
100%.
And it depends what you're looking for, isn't it? So if you want a gym that involves a little bit of everything, like swimming and chilling, and maybe you want to get your family involved, do other sports, maybe David Lloyd's is a good option for that.
I think it's very family orientated, that gym. A lot of families, kids, etc. They got creche. Yeah, and they do tennis, swimming.
If you're
I wouldn't. I thought about joining there. I wouldn't join there.
If you're a bit more focused on your training and what you want to achieve, what types of equipment that you would like to use within your training, you might delve a bit deeper as to what other gyms have, for example.
Yeah, 100%. If you're taking your
or
training,
the types of people
really
that go there, what their goals are, is it in line with my goals, and my values, because you kind of want to be around the similar types of people, don't you?
If you're getting into powerlifting, you're not going to go and use commercial gym bars, are you?
No.
Because like they'll slip out your hands when you're going heavy, etc. So you'll probably go towards like a strongman powerlifting gym. And then if you're into bodybuilding, like, you want to be around like-minded people. So going to a gym where everyone's into bodybuilding is probably going to be better for you than going to like a leisurely based gym.
Well, the first actual gym that I worked in on the gym floor, so to speak, would have been Bannatyne's. Which have you been to Bannatyne's?
No, never. But it's, to be fair, it used to be similar to David Lloyd in the sense it was a more high end gym, especially when it first opened. But obviously, David Lloyd sort of, I think, I've trumped it in terms of like the high endness, but it's still quite a high end gym. By any means. No, never been.
I loved it. I have to admit, I'd got mostly good things to say about Bannatyne's. I really enjoyed working there, and for such a big commercial gym, it always had a really good community vibe, friendly, and the thing that was probably more noticeable in that gym than to the previous gym that I worked at was it was kind of like a wide range of people that went there. So like older people, younger people. So it was catering for everyone, and it was
it's got a pool as well, right?
It had a pool, so had a sauna, steam room, jacuzzi. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Sunbed as well. Get involved in that. Sunbeds. One sunbed in the change room, I think.
I bet you were there all the time after your body pump classes.
Yeah.
That's when you taught Les Mills, wasn't it?
10 tokens.
10? Is it tokens?
But it was a good place for me to learn how to be a personal trainer, because there was lots of different people wanting with lots of different ailments, different goals, different abilities, and like you said there a minute ago, you were pretty shit at the start. I mean, I was probably pretty shit at the start as well, but
that's like £2 in the jar.
I know, but it was good. It was a really. I
learned a lot.
Good start. Good starting point for me.
I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I do miss it in certain aspects. I do. I really do. I think I've never been to a gym that I've disliked. Have you? I think a lot of gyms have like certain things that I've really enjoyed. Maybe things that are missing, but like never disliked going to a gym.
I think when you're traveling away, and I've been in hotel gyms or I've went to a little local gym here and there, I've definitely been in gyms I've thought there's no atmosphere here, there's no environment, there's nobody passionate working here, and I'm only here because it's convenient at this time, but I don't think I would want to spend much time here. This is not for me, but
now you've said that, I remember going to a gym, and it's actually beside where I was born. So it was in Middlesex, in Oxbridge, and I went to this gym. I was on a course, and I will say it wasn't great. It's a very high quality gym, loads of facilities, but you'll rate this again. If people are listening, I saw PTs on their phones, like texting. Obviously, I'm like, why are you on your phone? Like, yeah, 2 more, keep going. And like, what? It looks so unprofessional.
No,
it was like 1 or 2. It's like all of them were doing it. All of them were like switched off with their clients. So I wouldn't probably enjoy being there.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of unacceptable, really. I mean,
unacceptable.
It is.
That's a one-to-one book. We have a conversation about that.
The thing is, you don't have to be a PT. You don't have to do any job, really. Whatever job you're doing,
you should enjoy it.
I would say this to my own children. It says, whatever job you're doing, you've got to try and do it to the best of your ability. And if it involves working with somebody, working with the public, and actually conversing with them, communicating with them, and they're paying for your time, you have to give them your all. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And I'm definitely being guilty of probably letting my standards slip at some point in time, But
but like you have sometimes it's hard to speak to people like all day, every day.
Yeah.
It is hard work. You might be on 8 hours or 10 hours in a gym one day, and you will struggle near the end, 100%. It's hard to help
I think most
everyone.
of the time your intentions have to be really good, and you have to try and keep your standards high. Like you'll know, I don't work as hard training people or coaching people as I used to, but we used to have like between myself and the guys that I work with, because Bruce and Rory, for example, they've been working with me for a long time. You know what I mean? At Bannatyne's and then at the gym there, and we used to train people, 10, 12, 13 people in a day. I think the record's something like 13 or 14.
Who's done that?
Me.
He's done 13 sessions in a day.
Yeah.
You hate yourself. To be fair, one day I booked that.
I don't know. I don't know if I was
13-hour day, and I was like, "Oh my god, what have I done?" And then 2 people messaged me and cancelled. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I think I've done 11 in a day.
I've still got the diary that's got those days in it. Like, so yeah, there's like loads of 10-hour days, 12-hour days. But I was just really driven to, probably make money.
You have that moment, don't you?
Make money, but help people, build the business, build your reputation, and just like obsess with it as well. So like but it was too much. It's obsessive. It was too much.
I've literally done the exact same. Shout out to a guy, Lee Mitchell. This guy, I worked with him for a while. Such a grafter guy. He was at university. He would PT in the morning, PT in the evening, uni all day, and then weekends he did floor hours. And he was for Fitness Education Academy. He was a lecturer for them as well. The guy was a grafter. And me and him just like together just did loads of ideas to like build up our client base, and it got massive. And I remember sitting down one day and being like, "Yeah, you can't do this anymore."
You'll probably find that a lot of good PTs went through a period of really pushing themselves and like,
well, you start that role, don't you? Of like, I need to get clients, and then you just
it's not sustainable.
Forget.
Though. After a while, you've got to think of better ways to do it. But I think if you're just learning your trade and you're grafting like that, I think it's really, really good.
100%. Yeah, you've got to work too hard to understand what working too hard is.
So you've worked in David Lloyd's. You've been in a nice, fancy gym.
Yeah.
You now work at
Energy Fitness.
Energy Fitness. Tell us about Energy Fitness.
We're like a commercial but locally owned gym. So it's a franchise, and it's ran and it's great. I love it. I actually love it. Yeah,
it's probably
very simple.
A good sized gym, and
it's a medium sized gym. So
for the area as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've got like studios, we do classes, but we don't have like a jacuzzi, we don't have a swimming pool, don't have a sauna, or anything like that. And too right, we don't need them.
A lot of people don't want that from a gym, I don't think, as much nowadays.
100%.
Or am I wrong saying that?
No, I think it depends what you want from a gym. Like, I think it would have everything I would ever need as a member. There isn't anything else I'd want. If I really wanted to go for a jacuzzi, I think I'd do a spa day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'd need to go out my way to have one.
Should we go for a spa day?
Well, the thing is, like, from working and having
we'll get our dressing gowns on.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
And Prosecco and stuff.
It's my birthday soon, so it sounds great. But like, people have access to them. You'd be surprised the amount of people who are members at David Lloyd and never went to the jacuzzi. Yeah. You know what I mean? They have it there, but they never use it. You don't need these things. Like, energy's great. It's a medium-sized gym. We don't
have time nowadays to do an hour workout and then have another extra half an hour to go in the jacuzzi and all that afterwards.
No, you don't.
Some
people do. Some people have used it all the time, but like, not everyone. But yeah, medium-sized gym. We have powerlifters, we have strongmen, we have bodybuilders, we have the whole lot. It's great. It's a real big mix. The classes are good. So I would say our gym, because it's in a local community, we get everything, and I love that. Again, we spoke about how some gyms have certain vibes, like Warehouse would probably like bodybuilding in Aberdeen. You got Results as more strongman, etc. Because we're like just out the way by ourselves, we get everyone coming in. So we have like specific bars. Like, commercial gyms won't have like deadlift bars or power bars, but we do. We have Olympic bars, we have the whole lot, and we get a great mix of people. It's fantastic.
So how would you describe our gym then? Well, my gym.
Your gym?
Yeah, you were a member for a while, and
I was. I loved it. I think it's great. You've got a great gym. You've got, again, you're like locally owned by yourself, and it's small, but it's anything you'd ever need. And you've got a great selection of bars, fantastic use of space. For the amount of space you have great kit. You put the reverse hyper back in for me. I really appreciate that.
That's for resting our water bottles.
But then you've got like Swiss bars, and like, God knows why you bought a bloody skull crusher bar, but you got one. And then you've got a bicep curl bar. Again, what the hell? But your gym is fantastic. Yeah, I think it's really good. And you've got, again, a really good community of like, you have the class base, you have powerlifters, right?
It has got really good kit, I'm committed to getting better kit if we need it or we have to get it or whatever. But I think it's not like the most important part of the gym. Do you know what I mean? They're like,
No.
It's good that the kit is decent enough and it's well maintained and it's at a high standard and people that are into training like you can appreciate that. But it's the most important part of our gym is the vibe that we create for the people that are there. So like we've said, the community aspect, but just the friendliness and allowing people to not feel intimidated. Come to a gym that is, you're going to find trainers that are knowledgeable, passionate, eager to help you. But you're also going to find like-minded
I will say
people.
You have a great bunch of PTs.
Yeah, you're going to find like-minded people there who are very similar to yourself. Or not yourself. I'm just as an example, someone that starts our gyms. You normally a sort of beginner type person, and you'll find lots of people there that maybe aren't beginners, but they were at one point, and they're all just there to help everyone.
If you cater to a bit of everything, you'll have a great. And I think you guys do.
Well, you like to have a bit of a niche as well, because otherwise it becomes a bit too stretched. But like,
but then you'll have people who will come in and just do their own training, right? Who have like loads of different goals. But then you also have your classes, and then you also have your powerlifters.
Well, our main thing is focusing on helping people with our personal training services.
Yeah,
our memberships there as well.
I think it's very nice that you do that, because a lot of PT studios don't tend to do that. They're like, oh, I'll get a membership somewhere else.
I think it creates more of an atmosphere, more of a vibe.
But then even if you're giving them programs, you know exactly what the kit they can use, etc., and you can build their program. And then when they're coming in, they're seeing you guys there and all that sort of stuff. It's great. Really good.
If you want to train in a group, we can do it. If you want to train one-to-one, we can do it. But if you want to also have that ability to train on your own, which I think is really important, that you should learn.
We can do it.
To train on your own. Go on, say it for me.
You said we can do it.
Say
we
it.
Can do it.
Say it again.
We can do it. Train a group, we can do it.
Get closer to the mic.
Train your own, we can do it.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah. I think finding a gym that suits you is always good. And then, but again, I've never been to a really bad gym. I've been to quite a few in Aberdeen, and I've had a great time at all of them. The more simple ones with like less change room facilities, I don't care.
I like going into gyms that are new to me or haven't been for a while or things like that, because it's like you get to just experience something a bit different.
I went to a gym recently, and I think I saw there was a mix. There was quite a lot of young lads coming in doing similar like bodybuilding-y style stuff. But 3 young girls came in and they all did weightlifting, and I loved that. Like, how much has like training changed in like the last 10 years? You'd never have seen like girls doing weightlifting or guys doing weightlifting 10 years ago. It's a rare thing to see. So 3 girls come in doing strong weightlifting, throwing things above their head. I was like,
15 years ago, which is not that long ago. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
There was not that many women in the weight section of the gym.
Yeah.
That I was working at. There wasn't.
How many cardio piece of kit was
now
in the gym as well?
Now it's at least 50-50, I would say. Would you not?
Yeah, it's probably still slightly. It depends. It's probably still slightly more male dominant. Probably just right. But a lot
because I'm in that smaller setting. I kind of don't really know.
You probably got a good mix, but yeah, we're probably. But it's probably just slim in terms of probably a slightly more lads. You'll notice it because like you'll go in at a certain time, you'll look and go, oh, there's quite a lot of guys in. And that's probably why it's probably, you're a bit more noticeable. But yeah, loads of cardio kit back in the day, wasn't there? Like, I remember David Lloyd pre-refurb, it had like 20 treadmills. And like upright bikes, it had like 15 upright bikes, and they never got used.
Well, one of the reasons me and Matthew know each other is actually because David Lloyd's got flooded.
Yeah?
Yeah, because one or two of your clients came to me.
Oh, yeah. I think I recommended you. Yeah, I recommended you.
You had to stop training them because, you didn't have a facility to train them in. So
yeah, I recommended you to quite a few.
They came over to me, and then we started
One of them, here you go, maybe she's listening. One of them messaged me today. Said, how are you doing? I said, fantastic. He said, have you seen Barry recently? I said, seeing her in about an hour.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm guessing you know exactly who I'm speaking about. She said, hi, hope you're doing well. the usual stuff. But yeah, I recommended you.
I really
Like
appreciate
Colin, I recommended
really
you there
appreciate
as well.
it. So yeah, good things came from that flood, you know.
Yeah. To be fair, Barry, if anyone ever asked me
There
for
was
training
Range
in
Rover,
Aberdeen,
there was
I'd
Range Rovers going
recommend it.
down the river and stuff, but I got an extra couple of clients. Me and you are pals now. We started this podcast.
To be fair, that's not true 100%. The reason we're pals is because we were just drinking beers on having a curry, and I was like, I've always wanted to come to your gym, Barry, and you went, I should come down. I was like, all right, cool. And I took you up on it.
That was a good night.
And
That night.
I always wanted to train at your gym, and I'm glad I did. It was fantastic. It's a really good gym. That was a good night, yeah.
So let's round it up, Matthew. Recap it. Hit us with a few bullet points. What makes a good
Just go
gym?
to any gym you want to, guys, as long as you're having a good time. So like location's obviously important, obviously. Community's a really big important thing, especially around like continuing going to a gym. If you're having fun, having a good time when you're getting there, I think it's more important than actually the workouts. I love having a good laugh when I'm training. It's really good fun. And then just little bits and bobs. Like if you want different facilities or different equipment, there's always good options. Or if you want
But
to go
don't
to
be
certain
scared
areas.
to go to a gym, because there'll be heaps of people that won't go to a gym, Matthew, because they're feeling a bit, apprehensive about it all.
Dive in like the ice baths.
Head first.
Head first. Why not? We both did it. It's not that
and I
scary.
totally get that people would feel scared to go into that environment, but just know that 90% of the people that are already there felt like that as well.
Oh, 100%. So they all felt like that at one point when they initially stepped in that gym. They're like, oh God.
And I know
like,
we've
want
covered this in a previous episode, but you might think people are staring at you, but in reality, nobody's taking any notice of you whatsoever.
Everyone's staring at you, Barry. You're
And if people
so damn
if people
handsome.
are saying hello, then that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Well, a pleasure, guys. Thanks for listening.
We will see you in the next episode. We don't know what we're going to speak about. If you want something that you want us to speak about something, then just let us know and we'll cover it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
See you soon.